Hello, Sebastian Craft here, and welcome back to Cherry Vanilla Survival, episode number 22. So yeah, lots of things have changed, and then today's going to be kind of an interesting, a little sort of talky, planny kind of episode again. Just because, first of all, I have been upgrading to Windows 10, and I did a clean install of that, which means I installed a bunch of stuff. So that took a couple days to sort of get all sorted out. So that's kind of cut up my week a little bit. And also, I started the new big project I'm going to talk about in a second here, unexpectedly. Pretty much. So, and yeah, and also there's been a bit of a change to the technical aspect of these videos here. As you can probably see, if you are in a HTML5 version of the YouTube player, you can see that my videos are now in 60 frames per second. And I didn't just do that out of nowhere. Well, I did, but I did have to downgrade them to 720p, obviously, to do that, because I would have been doing that before if I could do 1080p 60, but my hard drive isn't fast enough to output that much data while using Fraps, so, because Fraps is really high bit rate, so I have to stick with either 1080p 30 frames per second or 60 1080p 720p 60 frames per second. So I would like to definitely go leave it in the comments if you like which one you like better, if you want the extra resolution and don't worry about the frame rate, or vice versa. Because I personally like watching Minecraft videos in 60 frames per second. It's really nice and smooth. And my computer is borderline good enough to produce 60 frames per second. Like, I'm dropping down to about 50 now because of the various chicken breeder and the map and stuff, so you can probably see it a little bit less. But if we go somewhere a little farther away, you can see now we're back to 60 again, and it's quite nice and smooth. And that's what I usually play at, obviously, when I'm not recording, is 60 frames per second. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about that, and we'll make a decision upon that. About that later, when I'm going to keep that. But I'm going to try for this episode at least to go ahead and do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and head over to a spot. I'm going to talk about a big project kind of that I've started, sort of. And yeah, I'll talk about it after this if you get rid of the zombie. Anyways, I mean, you're over there. Okay, so we are here, and we are at an interestingly new place. The story behind this giant island full of random half-done apartment towers and stuff, and this beautiful, beautiful arch that Peach has made for the entrance. This is a city project, community city project that Cosmic Crafter has started. Just coming, letting people. We've kind of went ahead and flattened this island, a bunch of us, and we're kind of landscaping this island, and a bunch of people are going ahead and building big towers here, or various types of buildings. You can see the bottoms. That's Cosmic's building. This is Peach's tower and entrance way, and he's also making a tower over there. I'm not exactly sure whose this is. I don't remember. I believe this is Lop's tower, and this is Ender Entity Games' ridiculousness of a tower. Well, not that it doesn't look good. It's just ridiculously huge. This is, I believe, he said he was going to be about 120 high, or something like that. So yeah, that's that. And yeah, so a whole bunch of people are going to build towers. I know more people. I think Snooky might be building an airport. He said possibly somewhere in the back of the island here. So yeah, and this is all actually really big island here. If you kind of see it, sort of. There's sort of the edge there. Actually, I'll probably put up a screenshot of this the island up on the screen right now, of the dynamap of the island here from above, so you can kind of see what there is. And as for me, I don't know if I'm going to be building a tower yet. I have some possible plans kind of in the works of possibly a tower, but it's just a lot of work and resources collection and stuff like that. So I don't know. Depends on what time and stuff. But right now I've kind of sort of taken over, somewhat at least, the building and of the roads and sort of transportation systems. So first we're going to start out with the roads here. The interior roads I haven't quite figured out yet. We haven't quite figured out which one I'm going to use. I'm probably going to go on with this particular design here. Actually, again, I'll put up another screenshot up on the screen right now. I went and made a bunch of different designs and kind of getting. So if you like a particular design more than that, or I'll leave it in the comments and I'll look at it. But this is, I think some other people have expressed the liking to this black, like dark black kind of road. It looks kind of modern. I kind of like this gray color as well for the roads. So what is going on with my movement right now? I'll be back in a second. Anyways, but yeah, we have this design here. I think I'm gonna probably go ahead and use this design or some kind of variant of this, probably for the sort of the normal roads inside the city. So I kind of laid out a little bit of where the beginnings of the roads are gonna go. I have this road coming up from the highway, which I'm going to talk about in a second here, going over to here. This is all just temporary, the hut where we started out with, another tunnel, etc. This is going to be sort of a main road. Well, not the main road, but this is going to be a road here. I'm going to have another road here. I have to actually start clearing this out. I can do that when I talk here. It's probably a good idea. I want to make sure I have my audio. Yes, I do. Okay. But yeah. So that's I'm gonna probably use that sort of black design for all these interior roads here. So I believe they're 9 wide. I should probably double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So the 9 wide, and there's gonna be a bunch of them around the city, going to different places. I've laid out sort of a square here. This is gonna be sort of I believe Cosmic wants to put some kind of park in the middle here, and then have the building sort of around it, which is kind of how it's laying out. Right now I'm gonna have a main road coming like this, and this is gonna be some kind of like more of like a walkway, because I didn't want a full-size road here because it's taking up a lot of space. So yeah, and then I have the road going that way, and I'll have roads going that way towards these buildings over here, and etc. I'm just sort of waiting until people start building their towers, and I can kind of figure out where the roads need to go to get to those different buildings. And yeah, another thing I've kind of undertaken is the sort of highway, that's the bridge that's coming into this, because obviously it's an island, so we need to get to the mainland somehow. It's actually a lot easier to go, but if you go that way, it's sort of a river that you can, there's a river there, and then you can kind of get across, and that's the mainland there too as well. But this is more central, and it goes into the arch here. So this is going to be sort of a highway bridge. Let me go to the other side. Actually, I think it'll be easier to show you how the lanes are going to work. But yeah, this is going to be some kind of sort of concrete-y type style highway bridge that's going to be going into the city. This is not actually where it's going to stop. It's going to keep going, and I'll talk about that in a second. Here's the lane structure. So it's going to be 2 lanes, two wide lanes, and then a little gap, like an air gap in the middle, so we can kind of look down into the ocean. I find some highway bridges actually do that. They sort of have a little bit in the middle between the two directions, and they'll have in there two wide lanes on the other side going the other way. So I'm going to go back and build that, and then eventually here, once I figure out what material I want to use, I'm going to go in the creative and sort of creative design, because it's a relatively big project. And then it will sort of exit into that little road here. And I'm also going to probably have an exit here of a smaller road here, because this is going to be, I've put my sheep pen over here, because I'm going to need a bunch of black wool. Do I actually have any shears on me? I do. I'll just dump random stuff into the chest here so we can pick up the wool. Not all the sheep have grown the wool yet, because I haven't been AFKing for very long here. But yeah, so I've put my little sheep pen here, and I'm assuming I'm going to kind of designate this area a little bit as sort of an industrial area. If people want to put any kind of little farm they need to produce their buildings, or any sort of industrial style builds or anything like that, they can do that here. And then I believe Cosmic, if the island will it to fill up, which I don't think it will. It's a lot of buildings, but there's a sort of a plains in that direction that we can sort of expand into. And that's actually where I'm going to be bringing this highway. This highway is going to continue on sort of through this hill, I believe. I'm going to actually kind of scout this out here. I've just seen it on Dynamite. I believe there's a plains biome. It's right about there. So it's going to go straight across here, and then keep going straight, and it's going to come over to here, like so. I believe. I haven't figured this out. I'm gonna keep it level, so I'm gonna probably have it cut through the hill here, which will look kind of cool. And it's gonna come across to about here, and then it's going to cut across to the plains over like this. Just a little bit of land here, and it's gonna cut across and sort of come down here and just end for now, because eventually we'll be flattening this. But you can see the edges of the thing there. We can actually probably see it a little better if we increase the rendition a little bit. But yeah, that's the kind of plan. So this is kind of a project I'm going to be working on, sort of in my sort of, I wouldn't say spare time, but sort of in between projects. And I'm going to work on it like a lot for a couple weeks here, try to get some of the roads done, and then as more buildings pop up, I'll have to build little roads and stuff. And I also want to work on a subway system. That's another thing I have to mention. A subway system for creeper. I want to build a subway system eventually once we get the road system done that goes around to at least a lot of the major buildings underground, and with minecarts and stuff. I think that'll look really cool. And of course, and I also, yeah, I'm thinking about building a tower at one point. I will share more about that when I have more details. We'll see how my time stuff goes. But yeah, that's going to be a project I'm going to kind of be working on off and off, on and off for a while here in between stuff. And yeah, and that's what we're going to be doing most of this episode. I'm going to be working on these road systems and stuff like this for a bit. I don't really have, only have about a day and a bit to record, so not. And then the end of the episode, actually, I'm going to be doing a Ender Dragon fight, hopefully. That'll be, actually, it's a couple days for me, but it's on Friday that we do all our server events, usually on Friday. So that's when the Ender Dragon fight will be, the Alt Ender Dragon fight, obviously. So I'll probably go ahead and record that, and we'll probably have that at the end of the episode. But yeah, so that's what's going on here. So what I'm going to do next here is I want to start working, first of all, on that highway, getting that highway extended over to the plains biome over there. So I have to get all dug out. I need to keep harvesting the sheep and adding, figuring out exactly what the final road is. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use this one here. And then if I do have space, I'm probably going to go ahead and grab some slabs and make a sort of sidewalk like this, where I have space when applicable, so not all the way around. So if that'll look kind of cool, let's grab some dirt to replace this. And yeah, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and list this design. So I need a bunch of black wool. I'm gonna probably set up a donation chest at spawn if anybody wants any extra wool or any dye or anything. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on this roads and work on the highway stuff, and probably go ahead and creative and probably start designing this highway bridge at one point and a bunch of stuff. And I'll be back in a bit when I have some progress done. And we're back over here at the sheep pen, and a bunch of stuff has been done. I'm just over here shearing sheep because we need ridiculous amounts of black wool for those roads. And yeah, this is the maximum amount of sheep, or probably a little bit more than the maximum amount of sheep that I'm supposed to have at the time. So yeah, I should probably take that yellow dye. Also, that's kind of dangerous. Yeah, a bunch of work has been done. It's actually been most of the day here, and I've done a bunch of work. Not a lot has changed in the city because most people are gone during the day. But if you look over here, I've gone ahead and I've hollowed out the whole highway bypass cut through here, which took a little longer than I thought it was, just mainly because this hill is pretty big in the middle there, and it takes a fair bit of, especially since I don't have Interbrake on the stone. But yeah, I finished it off. I broke my pickaxe in the process of doing it, but then it comes out right here, and I actually have to go. Actually, it's not a bad thing I can do now. Is grab, start filling in like this. That. Actually, I probably won't do that because I probably have a little bridge. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'll have probably a little bridge, a little concrete bridge here. But anyways, let's head back to the city. Actually, let's just teleport there because I'm lazy. Let's go back there, and I can show you the progress I've made on the road system. Not a lot, obviously, because the black wool is in short supply. But there's a lot working on his apartment building there, and nothing else really has changed, as I said before. But I've gone ahead and I've started putting in all the edges of the roads, so all the stone brick stairs. I also added this little sort of footpath design. So this is not actually a full road, because this is gonna be a little sort of park area in the middle here, and I wanted to maximize its size because it's a bit small right now. So I decided not to put a full size road on this side and just put the sort of footpath design. And so we'll use that when we don't want to put a full road in. I've also started putting in sidewalks on certain parts here. I'm just gonna have one sidewalk on one side of the road in some places that need to have it. And yeah, so it's just nice simple stone slabs, simple like that. I think it looks pretty good. And you can see if I go over here, you can kind of see a bigger section of the road here I've gone ahead and made, in the sidewalk along here. And yeah, so that's the progress with the road system that I've done. And I really just gotta keep collecting black wool, and I'm probably start expanding the road system. As that's Peach's other building, and I need to figure out a way to get over there. Its main problem is that there's a sort of bit of land here that's kind of narrow, so I'll have to figure out if I want to sort of put a bridge there or do some terraforming or whatever to get a road in there. This is me kind of thing. And then I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to build my tower, but I will reveal what that tower is going to look like and what it's going to be based off of later when I know exactly what I'm doing. But I'm assuming I'm going to build it somewhere in that area, or maybe a little bit closer, maybe in here, sort of in this area. So I'm going to have to put some kind of road in this. So I'll probably have it run across like this, and then run like that to Lops. I think Snooky is going to be building his airport somewhere in here. I believe he said at the back of the island, so probably in there. So we'll have to have a road to get to that. So we'll have to have it. So yeah, I'll probably just want to run like this, and then if we want to run it back towards the back of the island for the airport, that'll be good. And then if I'm going to put my tower here, I don't know if it'll fit. Probably not. I'll probably have to put it maybe here if there's nobody's built. Somebody looks like they've marked out something here. What is this? This is newish. Oh, this is in there. This is Lops, the second building, obviously. So yeah, we'll see. I might actually. This is actually not a bad spot here. Maybe I'll put my tower here if we go ahead and build it. But yeah, that's what's going on with the city. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the roads for the rest of tonight and tomorrow morning and stuff like that. And I'll be busy tomorrow, and then Friday I'm gonna go ahead and do the integrating right. So I'm gonna do the roads, and I'll update you, and then we can on what I've done, and then we will finish up the episode with a integrated fight. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And I'm back, and a ridiculous amount of stuff has been done since the last cut. There, I've only recorded this once already, but the audio problems there's some audio problems, so I have to do this again. So yeah, let's try this again. A bunch of stuff has been done. I showed you the road in the last cut, but we've gone ahead and me and Zeus, who's kindly helped me out with a bunch of the systems, that's the road systems and stuff. I'll show you the highway that we built the second. But yeah, this is the road system. I think, wait a minute, creeper explosion here. That might have been me, actually. But yeah, so we finished all the road system, added little lines, and all of the stuff here. We actually need to go ahead and expand this at one point. I'll probably do that in the next episode. This road needs to come all the way over here, I believe, and then across to where Peach's building, or his, Peach's second building. He built the big archway as well. But his second building is there, as you can see, and we'll have to make some kind of road to connect that up. And at least there's going to be an airport eventually somewhere in the back of the island, so we're going to probably connect up via that road as well. And yeah, I can see sort of a bunch of more progress has been done on buildings, not mine obviously, but this is Lop's second building here. He's built that one, he finished that one, and this is the second crazy tall one. This is pretty much to build limit. I believe he has an antenna on the top that goes right to build limit, but this is quite impressive. It's a little bit of a long walk, so I'm not going to show you the view from the top, but it's quite a nice view. And the other thing we've done is we could move the beacon. It used to be sort of in that corner there. We moved it into the middle of this sort of little park area. I've actually gone ahead and taken one of my beacons and added it on, so we can have 3 effects now. Speed, jump boost, and haste for now. This is Ender Games building. Cosmic's kind of done a bunch of work on his building as well. And then over here, TMH has built a little store here. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's a store. I think of some kind, something like that. Anyways, that is still, I think, in progress. So I'll show you, of course, all these buildings when they're done. But yeah, the major thing I've worked on, I'll show you the area that we've cleared for the highway. But we've actually built, me and Zeus have built, I went ahead and creative and designed this, and then we went ahead and built this highway system. And we've also started putting in the street lamps for this to keep it all lit up at night. But yeah, so this is the highway system, nice and simple. I haven't added the pillars at the bottom yet, or any sort of decoration to the bottom. You can see there's some lights down here to light up the top over this thing over top. But yeah, I've kind of done a little bit of pillar work and some stuff here. But the main thing, yeah, I've gone ahead and done all the work of the bed mainly, and of course the road bed and the walls here, and the street lamps, just sea lanterns and letter brick here. And actually, coming up probably in a few days, we're going to be having a special episode where I go ahead and fight the Ocean Monument bosses and stuff, and that'll be good because we'll be able to get a whole bunch of mines. I bought a bunch from Shoptown. This is all it seems to be in stock at this point. So we've kind of done the thing, the street lamps to there, and then you saw the glow stuff at the bottom. That provides a little bit of extra lighting, so that just lights up the whole thing here, so no mobs can spawn. I've used cobblestone fences a lot for the sort of barriers because I kind of like that they're shaped, because fences are a little bit, I don't really like that they have spots in the middle, so this looks a lot more like a highway barrier than that. The road bed's just quartz and cyan clay, or gray clay, or whatever I want to call it. It's cyan clay, but it does not look like cyan. Sorry, but this is not cyan. It's ever so slightly cyan-y, but it's mostly gray. And then, of course, we've gone ahead and extended that all the way over past and through the little bypass here, which doesn't look particularly good, obviously, right now. And I'm gonna talk to Cosmic a little bit about this, and we might maybe in the future like just completely flatten this whole hill area here. Just sort of create a little slightly better looking thing, but I don't want to do that right now. That's a lot of work. We need to get a haste beacon over something, but yeah, we've gone ahead and extended this all the way to the end. Well, I had it all the way here, and this will be the future expansion area for the city. You can actually kind of just see the city coming into view there. It's a little bit too far away. The frame rate drops here really bad. But yeah, that's pretty much all the time we have in this episode. This is going to be a really long episode, actually, because all this stuff going on. It's kind of more of a planning episode. But this city's been taking up a lot of my time. I've done a lot of work on this. This is a really fun project that we're going to work on. But next episode, we're going to work on the temples, because we have had them fight all the boss in the special episode, and then we're going to start working on the base there and everything. So that will be really cool, and we'll probably actually do a bit more work on the city as well as the road system. But I want to start a subway system. I'm going to have a subway system in the city here eventually, so we might get started on that, see how the time goes. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that episode. See you later. Bye. Oh, wait, no. No, I'm wrong. Not bye. Not bye. So yeah, we're gonna be doing an Ender Dragon fight here. The monthly alt Ender Dragon fight is gonna be happening, and we are going to go and go ahead and do that. And sadly, I don't really have well, sadly actually, because there was a problem with the audio, so I didn't actually get any audio from that. So I'm not going to publish like a full version or even sort of edited version with voice. And I'm going to do a really cinematic edit to music and stuff like that. But that is a major project. I didn't account for that time-wise this week, so I'm not gonna have enough time to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a kind of cool time-lapse, edited and time-lapsey kind of thing quickly, and then in a few days we'll do a cherry highlight special thing where we do the full thing. So yeah, hope you enjoy that, and I will see you in the next episode, and enjoy the Animate fight.